Hi, welcome to everyone who somehow found their way here. If you're watching this right now, maybe it's not a coincidence. Maybe the universe just decided that this is the moment our paths cross for a little while. I've always felt that tarot isn't really about predicting the future. It's more like a mirror that shows us the energy of the present moment. Sometimes, when certain cards appear, it means many people are going through similar emotions or life themes at the same time. So this week, I decided to ask the universe a question. The theme I chose is Hope is Slowly Returning. Why did I choose this topic? Well, the energy lately has been quite interesting. For those who follow astrology, you might know that there are a few important things happening in the sky right now. First, Jupiter has turned direct in Cancer. Jupiter is often connected with expansion, belief, hope, and the direction of the future. When Jupiter moves forward again, it can feel like things that were stuck begin to slowly move again. And Cancer energy is about emotions, home, and the feeling of safety and belonging. So this transit almost feels like the universe reminding us that even if we lost our way for a while, we might slowly start finding our direction again. But at the same time, we're still experiencing Mercury retrograde in Pisces. Pisces energy is emotional, dreamy, and very connected to intuition. During this kind of retrograde, many people might feel a bit confused or emotionally overwhelmed. Things may feel unclear, like you're not sure what the next step is yet. On top of that, the world itself has been feeling a little unstable lately. With the recent conflict in the Middle East, a lot of people are starting to wonder what the future might look like. Will energy prices rise? Will daily life become more expensive? Is the world heading toward a big shift? Some people even joke about hoping we won't end up in something like a Third World War. So I became curious. In times like these, what does the universe say about hope? Before drawing the cards, I asked the tarot 3 questions. First, what is the core struggle or low point that people watching this might currently be experiencing? I wanted viewers to feel understood. Second, within this situation, what kind of hope or turning point is slowly returning? And third, what attitude or approach could help things slowly move back onto the right path? This question also connects with Jupiter moving forward again. Besides tarot, I also drew an oracle card. I asked the universe, what message of encouragement or reminder does the universe want to give right now to help people see hope again? The cards that appeared were very interesting. The tarot card was the moon, and the oracle card was entropy. When I saw these 2 cards together, I had a strange feeling. They both looked a little complicated, maybe even chaotic. But at the same time, they also felt simple and honest. Almost like the world may be going through a lot of changes, but something new might quietly be forming underneath it all. So let's take a closer look at what these cards might be trying to tell us. Let's start with the tarot card. The card that appeared is the moon. When I first saw this card, the first feeling that came to me was actually something very simple. It felt sparkly. Instead of feeling dark or scary, this moon card felt like little glowing symbols in the night sky. If you look closely at the card, there are many interesting details. The patterns on the moon almost look like delicate embroidery. The full moon is bright, but part of it is hidden behind clouds. It feels like the light is always there, but sometimes clouds temporarily cover it. Below the moon, there is a very unique figure. It looks like a human wearing a wolf skin. The image almost feels like someone in the middle of transforming, like changing between human and wolf. When I saw that, the word that came to my mind was instinct. The moon card is often connected with our subconscious mind. It represents dreams, hidden emotions, intuition, and the parts of ourselves that we don't always see clearly. And the number of this card is 18. In numerology, 18 can also become 9. The number 9 often represents the end of a cycle. Not really an ending, but more like a moment of completion or maturity. So if this card reflects the situation many people might be going through right now, it could mean that a lot of people feel uncertain about the future. Some people may feel lost in their career. Some may be questioning their life direction. Others might simply feel that the world itself is a little confusing right now. But the moon is not a negative card. It's more like saying, right now is nighttime. And when you walk at night, you can't rely on your eyes the same way you do during the day. Instead, you rely more on your feelings. So when the moon appears, it often reminds us of something important. Your intuition might actually know the way forward. You just might not fully trust it yet. Now let's look at the oracle card. The card is called entropy. The word entropy comes from physics. It describes the process where order slowly breaks down and becomes chaos. And the imagery on this card is very powerful. The first thing I noticed was the open mouth of a skull. A red snake is passing through it, almost like it's crawling out. The snake looks like it's moving forward through a landscape filled with strange flowing patterns. But above the skull, there is something beautiful, a rainbow. In many myths, a rainbow represents a bridge, a connection between two worlds, maybe even a bridge between chaos and hope. Around the skull, there are also birds flying in the sky. To me, the birds feel like symbols of thoughts changing, perspectives shifting. Entropy usually represents the end of a cycle. Old structures may break down. Old systems may stop working the way they used to. But when old things collapse, new patterns eventually begin to form. So, when we look at these two cards together, the moon and entropy, the message becomes very interesting. One card speaks about uncertainty and intuition. The other speaks about transformation and the breaking down of old structures. It actually feels very similar to the time we are living in right now. The world may be changing. Many things may not work the same way they used to. But during times like this, the most important thing might be coming back to yourself. When the outside world becomes chaotic, the inner world needs to become clearer. So if there are a few small energy suggestions for this week, I would say 3 things. First, slow down a little. Sometimes, when things feel stuck, it's not necessarily bad. It might just be a moment where the universe is asking us to realign. Second, trust your intuition more. If certain feelings or ideas keep appearing in your mind, they might not be random. Third, take care of your daily life and emotional well-being. With Jupiter in Cancer, the energy reminds us to nurture our sense of home, emotional safety, and the relationships that truly matter. Even if the world feels uncertain, small everyday warmth still has power. Before we end, I want to summarize the message of these cards in one simple sentence. Even when the world feels chaotic, the light is still there. Sometimes we just need to step into the night before we can see the stars. If this message resonated with you, maybe the universe really wanted you to hear it today. Thank you to everyone who stayed and listened until the end. Until the universe lets our paths cross again, bye.